Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I am going to show my face here in just a minute, but give me 1 second. I was actually trying to get my Christmas shirt dry so I could wear my Christmas shirt today. I don't have the one, I mean, it's somewhere, the one that's in the picture. I'm not sure where that one is, the oh dear. And I've got a little story about that. So if you're joining me, say hello. I would love to know where you're viewing from. Welcome to Make It Monday Live with Pamela. Today we're going to have some fun with the reindeer fun, reindeer days, reindeer memories, all the sweet, the scrapbook workshop, the stamps and dies. Sorry, give me 1 second. All right, I have to laugh. Give me 1 second. We've got cats turning on something. Can y'all hear the music in the background? Oh my goodness. I got to get the music turned off, y'all. It's one of our Apple Pods, and one of the kittens must have touched it just now. I was like, I'm hearing voices. Oh my goodness. That was in the living room. So I hope y'all were able to hear me. All righty, let's see here. Who's here today? Am I live? This is live. So I'm going live Monday, 10 a.m. Central Time. This is Monday, December 9th. Y'all, this would have been my 26th year anniversary with Close to My Heart if they were still in business. I celebrated 25 years today, last December, last year, with no inkling of what was to come. Never would have dreamed that I would be a Stampin' Up demonstrator now, but God works in mysterious ways, right? Okay, so I think we're all set, and I don't hear a lady outside barking at the moment, but she's barking at someone over in the next field, I think. All right, let's see if I'm safe to. Hey, how are you? It is a little bit of a Monday. So I did somewhat get ready, didn't do much with my hair, but this is all, oh, natural. I have a few things that I want to share with you. So let me look at some of my overlays here. I am going to, when I enter the full screen, sometimes I don't look like I'm looking at you, but give me 1 second, and I didn't get this part loaded up. Let's see what happens when I open this up. There we go. So Friday afternoon, Stampin' Up announced to demonstrators that we were going to have free shipping starting today, December 9th. So it'll be 3 days only from today till Wednesday. Free shipping on orders of $75 or more. I threw in the up to 80% off because the last chance list is up, and there's designer series paper on that list for $2.50, regular $12.50. That is 80% off, y'all. It's pretty amazing. Lots, lots and lots of products, all kinds of products. A lot of products from the um, holiday catalog. So the one from September to December. Now, a lot of that is not um, discounted, but it's on the last chance. So if you are wanting like this reindeer collection that I am sharing, then you may want to grab it before it's gone. And you get free shipping with it. Then what else? There is so free shipping and last chance products. Be sure to check out the clearance section as well. My right here, that's my web address. So you can go check all that out. It's also linked in the description. There is a weekly special that is happening. I'll show you last week's projects because you can, when you place your order today, I'll let you choose last week's projects or this week's projects. Last week I used Snowy Wonder. This week I'm using Reindeer Days or Reindeer Fun. And once I get the back to the table, I'm going to share a few more things with you because we have new online exclusives as well. So if you're joining me, say hello, let me know where you're viewing from. And I'm going to switch over to my desk again. So here we go. I have a lot of fun stuff. I don't have much of anything prepared, like pre-cut, because I could not decide last night what I wanted to do today. I was so torn between like working with new online exclusives for the new year or the ones that are currently available or playing with more Christmas stuff. And I started looking through my stash and I haven't even touched the Reindeer Memories Scrapbooking Workshop. So I decided that we would stick with that this week and play with it. Okay, Mrs. Margine, or whatever your name is on Facebook, you need to go bye-bye. Let me get there real quick because apparently she's not here to. Don't click on any links in the comments, please. If you're watching, I'm going to block Miss Marjana, whatever her name is. Block. New profiles as well. Give me 1 second, please. While that, there we go. All right, now let me go back and yeah, unless there's a link from me in the comments, please never click on anything in there because it's spam and I don't know what it will do. All right, so there's that. I'm just going to double check before we get started as well over on YouTube. Make sure everything's good and turn my volume down. Or channel. There we go. I'm going to pull it up and see. All right, I think we're safe. I see Donna. Donna, I have a post-it note to remember your name. Good morning, Debbie. Okay, so maybe we can get started now and I'll look over periodically for these spam messages that come through. All right. So first of all, I just want to do a little recap because I have shared these products, the online exclusives that I think they went live the first part of November. I can't keep up with it all exactly, but y'all remember me doing the Utterly Amazing, and I've got a cute card to go with it right there. I'm not sure if I know where some of my other stuff is, but super cute paper. I made two of these cards, and then on the back, and I filled one out and gave it to Jeff on Thanksgiving Day, letting him know how amazing I think he is and how much I love him and how grateful I am for him. So this is a super fun stamp and die right there that's available. Has some great embellishments. Pool party, I think. Let me see if y'all can see those. It's not focusing on them. So pool party, some type of a gray, and then up here there are some white pearls. So I just want to make sure y'all remember that all of that's available. You could go back to my YouTube to see the videos for that week where I used that collection. And then this is the collection that I was seriously considering doing today or this week. And then I decided to put it off a little bit longer because I've actually played with it already. The Hearts of Elegance. So I wanted to show you some samples, my sample with that. So there's the Hearts of Elegance. It's a full, beautiful collection, but this would be a really great time to grab this suite if you plan on doing any type of Valentine's projects because you can get free shipping on it. If you just buy the bundle, you'll get 10% off, and that paper is absolutely gorgeous. There's some new brushed gold foil and silver foil. This is a card that will sit up on, can't remember, yeah, look at it. So that's how that one is done. So I did this a couple of weeks back, a month or so ago, I think. And I did an 8.5 by 11 page. I didn't do a 12 by 12 with it yet, but I'll probably be featuring that in the next couple of weeks, I think. And then this is a really cool, I don't know if I may have given y'all a peek of this, the hibiscus, happy hibiscus hybrid embossing folder. So it's got a die that goes with it that cuts these pieces out. This is one of the Stampin' Up samples that I just recreated, and I used some of that twine or cording, I think is what they call it, from the utterly adorable. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you so y'all remember that that stuff is available. But I'm still stuck on Christmas and I've just been seeing so many cute treat boxes and cards and all kinds of goodness created with this collection of products. And then I did this. You can go back. I've actually done this series already using this collection. I did a fun, let me see if I've got it handy. Give me 1 second. And if you place an order, $40 or more, well, $40, really between 40 and 50, I guess, then I will throw in the PDF of my projects. You can choose one of the weeks. I'll tell you what I have available. But this is what I did previously with this collection. So this is not Christmas at all. And look at those adorable deer. I just love the paper pieced little deer there. And then I did a 8.5 by 11. Let me look. Had to start a new 8.5 by 11 album because I filled this one up. Look at that. That's what I've done since June. How cool is that? So there they are right there, right beside each other. So there's the Heart of Elegance 8.5 by 11 page I made. And then this was the Reindeer Fun Days, whatever, that I did. This was super fun to do. All right. But today we're going to do 12 by 12. And I have these fun Snapchat photos. This was from December of 2020. All right. So this was the perfect shirt for um, that year. Oh dear, what a year. I think close to my heart had a stamp that said that. Oh dear, what a year. So I'm gonna try not to, everybody knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say it because they might do something to my video. Who knows? But that's what these photos were from. That was what, 4 years ago. So Bevan would have been 13. Yeah, because she's 17 now. And between the time about she was 9, 8 or 9, about when Jeff and I met, and up until here, we were playing on Snapchat together some. And we'd just sit there and use the filters and take pictures of ourselves. And that's what I did right there. They had the reindeer filter. So I just had a few pictures of myself with my shirt. These were my new pajamas that I had gotten to wear around the house. A second, I'm going to grab my other picture because you can see I was wearing the bottoms to them actually last night. And so this was me in the kitchen cooking. It was maybe we were doing a little Christmas early because maybe I think, yeah, Bevan was leaving for her dad's, would be at Christmas with her dad because I have a ham and mashed potatoes. Emily was in the background. We were all home, of course, but Bevan kept going back and forth to for visitation. So I don't think I'm going to use this picture in here, but I did print it out. All right, so let's get busy because I'm going to follow along a little bit with the scrapbooking guide. So I'll show you how that works, but I'm going to add my own twist to it because my photos are going to be different than I think any of the pages in here. So I've got the reindeer fun, may not use that. I've got the reindeer memories. This was part of the scrapbooking products that they revealed in September that worked well with scrapbooking pages. So I might I might do a little bit more of this and then just use the stickers. And there's also some punches that are in this. Don't know if I will use the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, but it is available on the last chance list. We still have, last I looked last night, the Real Red White Baker's Twine. Unfortunately, we don't have any more of the peppermint dots, so I grabbed some of these pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive backed dots because the pecan and then the white I think would look just fine with that. And I did grab these as well. These are the everyday detail dies. I think Debbie grabbed these the other day. Good morning, Lori. So far I've seen Lori, Debbie, and Donna. So thanks for saying hello, y'all. Um, so I might use some of these. Love these. These are on the last chance list as well. So here is the scrapbooking workshop guide that you will get with your workshop kit. Okay, so it's included full color in here, and it tells you what size photos that you need to grab. It gives you a materials list. This particular one just has the workshop. It comes with all the paper that you need. Recommends liquid glue, dimensional seal, paper trimmer, and paper snips to recreate these pages exactly. I'm going to deviate from that a little bit, but you'll get cutting diagrams. So it tells you how to cut your paper, and we'll go through that. And then you have full color pictures of each page along with some assembly instructions if you're going to follow them exactly. So our cutting guides are phenomenal. This is like super similar, almost exactly, except for like the cover is what Close to My Heart's workshops look like. So all of this is, I know how to create these, and I've been creating these for a couple of years with Close to My Heart as part of their workshop committee that we had. I was creating workshops for the whole demonstrator maker team in the United States, Canada, and Australia and New Zealand. So it was pretty fun. Okay, so I threw in one more here that I thought was funny of a little elf. And then these are just the reindeer. So I'm going to use these photos 4x6s. Paper's 4x6. I did a white border. And here are the pieces of the kit. We've got kind of a craft chipboard. This says joy. It's like a little pocket. I don't know if I'll use that on the page today. This is the sticker sheet, so I can incorporate some of the reindeer from here. Maybe this will be my journaling block. We've got some borders down here. What's interesting about this kit, though, is that the paper in it, it doesn't have the full Reindeer Days paper DSP pack. It just has, let's see here. It actually just has this sheet. This is the front and back of it for the reindeers. And then there are some exclusive to the workshop kit pattern papers. This almost looks like bubble wrap dots. If I get close enough, or maybe, ooh, you look really close. Do you see their bells actually? I couldn't tell that looking down on it the way I was. And then you've got some like a snow background. And then, so this is double-sided. And then, oh, so is this one. So you could do something non-Christmassy if you wanted to. So this is front and back as well. So these two patterns are not in the actual DSP packet. Okay, now this is just one side. That's Pool Party, I believe. And then you've got another piece that makes a nice background of real red dots. And then these are punch outs. So I've got Christmas cheer and enjoy the season. So I'll kind of have to decide with my photos. I feel like I might go with enjoy the season and stick more with reds and greens on this, whatever I create. All right, so I'm going to put that with the, they're not really falling out super easily, so I'll just punch those out when I'm ready. And then it comes with a bunch of cardstock. So you've got the two-toned cardstock. This would be garden green, I believe. And then we have Granny Apple Green. So you can see the two tones. So pretty. The real red, only one sheet of the real red, it looks like. And then I got a couple of sheets of, 3 sheets of white willow. And then here is Pool Party. Again, it's all two-toned. And then I guess this is, I am not even sure what color. I don't know if this was supposed to be very vanilla, but it's two-toned as well. Y'all can see that. So that's what I'm thinking is that is very vanilla. Okay, so let's get busy and decide how we're going to get our page started. Now, I did bring out this is the two-tone cardstock that you can purchase separate from the workshop. And you get early espresso, garden green, granny apple green, pecan pie, and real red. But I'm going to set that aside and just try to use what came in the scrapbooking, the Reindeer Memories collection of products. All right, so let's look at these for a minute. I'm really liking the border here, and I kind of like this page right here and the paper weaving that they did. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know if I want to copy this exactly or not. So I feel like maybe I want to, let me get my Versamats out and let's get those down real quick. I may just go off into a totally different direction and just do my own thing. I'm not positive, not 100% sure yet. And I'm going to move the ink pads. I've got all the colors that are in this collection, mostly Real Red, Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, Garden Green, Pecan Pie, and Early Espresso. And I honestly don't know exactly how much stamping I'm going to do, because I don't want this to take like all morning and into the afternoon necessarily. Okay, this color I'm going to set aside for the moment because I don't really have those colors in my photos. I only have one sheet of the Real Red, but I think I might need a little bit of that. And I was thinking maybe I'll make this a background. Look at the little dots, the snow that's in there. I think that might work really well. So I might do this as my base and cut that out so that I have the red around the borders. We more than likely will need these two whites. So let me just go through here real quick and decide on my papers. I'm not going to do any blue, I don't think, or the vanilla. So none of this. That was just some more background paper. So I'm setting all of that aside. Again, I don't think I need, I don't know, I might keep that handy for a minute. I'm going to put this aside as well. So we have two sheets. I'm just going to bring in one sheet for the moment. And that might be nice to bring in this color because of the trees. And I'm thinking of the deer. So maybe, then I think I'm going to wait on this one since I've got that one. And that might be fun. I don't think I'll use the deer, even though as I have oh dear. I think I'm not crazy about this pattern. So we'll hold on to this for a minute and see. That makes it kind of look fun and festive. Okay, so there are my pieces I'm looking at right now. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm going to bring it out. And I'm just going to journal probably more about the holiday, um, December, Snapchat. So this page is going to be mostly about me. And I think my experience during this interesting season that we were in. I'm going to pull this out because I may use it. I think that's a good. And then those gear, I probably need them in here somewhere. I'm going to do this just in case, just because of the colors. I like them. Maybe even this one. And we'll do this possibly for journaling. I think that's it on there that I'll use. And then I'm not going to pull anything off here yet. Joy would be nice. I mean, even in the midst of this trying year that we had in 2020, it brought, I think, families or a lot of families closer together at the time because we were like stuck together at home together a lot. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. It's going to be real handy just right here. And I'm going to pull up my, all right, so I've got my guide over here. I'm going to see if I have anything that prompts me with that. But let's get started. I'm liking how some of this looks on this paper right here. That was the back of, I think that's kind of fun looking. So I'm going to set that all aside for the moment. I may like use a strip of this or something. There are some really cute, I think, yeah, look at this. These are cute. Don't know if I need to use them or not, but little lights. All right, so let's start with, this is where I'm deciding. Okay, first of all, let me get situated. We're kind of, yeah, I want to get everything straight on here. Think we're pretty good right there. Think that'll work. Let me get it straight on my table and then get it straight up here. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. There we go. Hopefully I can work this far over. All right, so first I'm going to start looking at possibly this. So y'all are going to kind of see today, I guess, how, okay, yep, I think I already kind of have an idea. So we have these two, we have Garden Green. Those are the two shades. I'm wondering if that's like too dark, but I am kind of thinking doing something kind of like that. And then maybe we need what if I do, let's look at that means I would need that other sheet of this. If I did both of them, trying to see how much white, because I love white. I'm just trying to see how much white I might need to bring in here. And then the red, this I'll use for maybe photo mats. So use the red a little bit more sparingly. Hush up. That is Pumpkin. He's at that teenage boy stage, I think, and he's been annoying as all get out this last week. It's been very loud. All right, so I'm liking that. I might do like a strip of something. I don't know if I'll do the paper weaving yet. Y'all remember that paper weaving right here? Or maybe I'll do it in a little bit different colors. And I think I'll have one photo over here, and then I could put 3 photos on this side. Instead of doing like the squares, I think I'm gonna like do some patterns sticking out behind. So I think I have a plan. So let's get busy cutting because I'm really liking how that's looking already. Surprisingly, we'll bring in a little bit of white here and there that are white, maybe just like a strip down here or something. Okay, so very first thing I'm going to do is cut out the center of these. So when I get out a piece of my cardstock or pattern paper, this is 12 by 12. I usually just go to 1 inch. That just makes it fairly simple. So 1 inch right here. And then I bring my blade up to 1 inch because I want to leave a 1 inch border. And then I'm going to stop at 11. Okay. So this makes it pretty simple. Rotate it, quarter turn. I can start here at the 11 and come down to the 1. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, you need to grab those boxes out. Check on Pinterest. There's a bajillion ideas. You could just type in whatever products you have, possibly, or type in the boxes, Stamping Up book treat boxes, I think is what they're called. And I bet you'll get tons of ideas, and then you can just use whatever product you have on hand. Okay, so then I just have to kind of, sometimes I cut all the way through, sometimes I don't. Just pop it out. So now I have this piece that I can use for mats, or I can use it maybe to add some more color in here. There's one, so I've got to do that to both of them. So this will end up being my base. So yeah, I think we'll kind of try to keep this pretty simple. I may not be using the bundle much at all. We'll see. Maybe there's some words in there. I love the little deer, but since I didn't prep any ahead of time, because they're a little bit time consuming, I may not mess with those. I just wanted to give myself the opportunity to try to use as much of this product that I have, because I'm not creating quite as much outside of the 3 live days as I want to, and I'm fixing to have to focus on my artisan projects. I will be doing more creating, but those projects will be things that I do, that I send to Stamping Up, and then they will share them. And once they share them on their social media sites and do whatever they want to do with them, then I can share them on my social medias. So I think my first project's going to go live January 10th. I think that's the day. I'll keep y'all posted. All right, so let's lay this down. I just put some temporary photo dots in 2 corners, so that just will hold my paper down. Yeah, one thing I always want to share with y'all too is that, I'll push this up a little bit more. Y'all need to scrapbook about yourselves. Tell some stories about yourselves, how you're feeling during the season. I know it's not always fun. Believe me, I know. I struggle too. But Tommy's message was really good for me yesterday, Debbie, about, let me see if I can reiterate it, about finding the joy in the season, even when we're in a hard season, because we find our joy in Christ, not in all this stuff. Most of the things going on during this time of year can be very stressful. All right, and so this one now I have to decide real quick, how wide do I want my border to be? So I can't do it much. It's got to be like 3/4 to 1/2 inch. I think I'm going to do 1/2 inch. So this piece, and I'm going to use the light side of this one. And as a reminder that you want to make sure your hands are pretty clean. You want your hands clean all the time when you're crafting, but if you get a little bit of like your facial oils, or you touch something, some of these two-tone cardstocks kind of pick up those oils. So just, yeah, kind of wipe your hands off or something before you play with it too much. Just something that, a good tip to know. I'm going to do the same thing. I guess I'm doing the same. First of all, we're going to cut it at, I'm going to cut 1 inch off this side, we're going to rotate it one time and cut an inch off. I've got those pieces as scraps now too I might can use. I'm going to put it over here in my pile. And then we have this piece right here. And then this one is going to end up just like a 1/4 inch smaller. So to do that, so if you took off an inch and an inch, you end up with 11 by 11. So now this piece is going to be, remember that had that background. If this is 11 inches, then we're going to do just 10 3/4, I believe. Okay, I'm going to cut that piece off and save it. 10 3/4. And we'll have to do that on both of them. I'm just doing this one for you real quick so you can see well, and we want to make sure that I've got the right measurements. All right, so that's going to layer right onto there. I'm going to leave this right here because we need to have some solid something back here. So let's put this down. You only need adhesive along the edges. Hello, Jeanette. Thank you for joining me. Good morning. Let's see how long I can stay on before someone calls me away. I totally understand that. Thank you for being here. For as long as you're able to, you can always catch the replay. All right, I'm just making sure or trying to line it up. I should have a 1/2 inch border pretty much all the way around. And then I can layer this down. Now this one, I would put a little bit in the back since it has something to tack on to. And then we've got just a 1/8 of an inch border around. Here we go. Ah, it's fun and festive. This is what I wanted. I'm in the fun and festive mood right now, getting there. We actually just started decorating yesterday, and unfortunately, I'm not sure how much decorating I'm going to get to do because of the kittens. They almost immediately, once we got the tree up, we hadn't put any decorations on it. They almost immediately started climbing it. And if you're friends with me on my personal profile on Facebook, then you saw the picture that I shared of one of the little black kittens right up toward the top, poking its little head out. And I was like, this isn't going to be good. All right, 1 inch. Make sure, I think I'm on, this is the light side. One inch and 1 inch gives you an 11 by 11. And then this one, then we'll come over here. Oops, y'all can't even see. We'll come over here and do 10 3/4. 10 3/4. Hey Laura, just saw your name. Yep, that's what I like. 1 inch gutter. Someone asked me so in the Paper Pumpkin Creatives Design Team group that I'm on, the gal that I am paired up with to look over our PDFs before we finalize them. You know, she checks for spelling errors and if I word things correctly, if she can understand the directions. Jessica is her name. She is a hoot. So if you follow her on Stamp the Blessings or Stamp a Blessing, I think is her YouTube. And I can't remember where she's from exactly. She has a thick accent, loves Jesus, and oh, she didn't understand what I meant by, got the paper. She was, what? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I need to reword that a little bit. That's just my terminology online when I share. It sounds different when you put it down on paper, you write it out. All right, there we go. Make sure your trees are the right way. And then we'll do, okay, so there's our bases. Oh, that's bright and fun. And then again, I'm going to bring this in just so you can kind of see. I mean, so far it looks nothing like what any of these are. But see, this must be see, I might like this right here. Or maybe this to go along with this one. So I don't know if I'll use that one. I'm going to set it aside for a moment. That was one of the punch outs. All right, so let's lay out the photos real quick, and then we can kind of get a better idea of what else we need to do here. And then I got to decide if I want to I'll probably do that as the focal photo, just because it's a little bit different. And then I thought about maybe just doing, I don't know if I want to go all the way across or if I want to, you could do like this. Yeah, that might work. This reminds me of how Allison Davis does a lot of her sketches. And then we could just have, how about we keep it like pretty super simple? Still going to be cute just because of the stinking paper. I might have to put some paper like behind here to help this pop up if I choose to keep it right there. I was looking to see what size some of these were. I'm just going to lay them around for right now. I have no idea where I'm going to put them yet. And then we've got some little tabs we could do something with possibly. And I don't know if I want to do something like this with some journaling or maybe I could put a that could help build my scene maybe, and then I'll have a space for journaling here. Probably won't use family time. I could use good times, merry, merry, ho, ho. I could put that somewhere in here. Love this. All right, let me look at some of these. What do we got? Oh, there's some Christmas tree. There's some Christmas presents right here that could go down there. Okay, so let's look at a few of these and see if we can get any ideas that might. Oh, I kind of like this. Can y'all see? It's hard to see. Don't know if I can get it to where. There we go. Okay, so it's got one of these little borders, scallop borders, and then with one of the tags or sentiments there. And then I'm liking the Christmas tree. Might could do something like this. And then look how they have that right there. I could take some of these. Okay, let me look and see. They're using some of this and this. Don't, that could come out there. Okay. So I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to lay my photos down here and then we're just going to decorate around the photos. So I think that's good. I like that. And I'm going to go right up to the edge like I have here, and it's going to give us a lot of room over here for title journaling and a cluster, maybe a little cluster up here, and then one down here. Love it. And I'm just going to put all my photos straight down. I think we'll center it. So the photos 4 by 6. So we'll go from 3 to 9. And then same thing over here. And then just go all the way across the page. I am kind of excited now how it's going to turn out. Just it's like a little bit simpler than I thought it was going to be. All right, and then we'll see about some of these other papers. So it's going over, I don't know why, because these are 4 by 6, but I may have to, let me go to the edge right here. Let me do this first. Let me pop this up a little bit. I don't know if I got it very straight. So I'm going to lay this over top of those two photos. There we go. I think that will work. Okay, and it'll all fit in there fine. Yep, I really just kind of like, I think I like that. And then so it'll kind of go like this, maybe. Maybe we'll do a couple of little clusters just like that. I'm going to commit. So you can see like this one was for project 3 of the workshop. So don't feel like if you decide to buy the Reindeer Memory Scrapbooking Workshop, you have to follow this exactly. You can to make it super simple, but if you want to just have fun with it, just it's a collection of products, you just pull it out and do your own thing, like I am doing today. Okay, and I think I'm going to take these and pop these up, and then we'll see what else we have that maybe can tuck around. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals. I don't know if there's any little sentiments or something that we can put, but this way I can kind of overlap this right here. I'm going to do it right there. So it's not all boxed into this piece right here. So a little history or about how the scrapbooking workshops came about with Stampin' Up. Last end of February, Close to My Heart announced that they were closing their doors. Then apparently they were already in negotiations with Stampin' Up about helping our makers, whoever wanted to, they could transition over to Stampin' Up. And then Stampin' Up negotiated about taking on some products, and they wanted to bring in the scrapbooking workshops from Close to My Heart. But to do that, of course, they brought in some of actual Close to My Heart workshops, and that's what they offered between May and August, I believe it was. I'm just putting that to kind of check on this. I need to see how long I want this to be. So I think I am going to use that. And then during that time, so between May and August, they had to come up with their own line of scrapbooking workshops, Stampin' Up style, Let me see how long this is real quick. I'm going to use this. It is for about 4.5 inches. I'm going to put it right there. And then this one's going to be, we're going to do 4, it looks like maybe 4.25, but I'm going to do 4.5 right there. And I'm just going to cut that little part right there. So this line came out in September, one of the very first. I think they actually shared some of what they were creating, preparing for back in like March. They shared that with Close to My Heart makers, and then they brought in some makers to help them with some of the designs. But this was pretty super simple for Stamping Up. And I'm thinking so this came out in September, and this workshop was different than Close to My Heart's and not as intricate, I guess the word is. Like with the paper I showed you, they had some papers um, that aren't in the actual DSP pack. We're used to having like the DSP pack, the pack of paper that's available individually. Also, inside, all those papers are usually inside the workshop guide. So this one was a little bit different than that. And I think it was just maybe to test the product and see how that, was going to work. Let me look at this again. So I just dovetailed the end. I don't know if y'all saw me do that so that it would match this right here. I'm thinking I will just put it right here. I wonder if that's high enough. So I want this to be like right here. Yeah, that'll work. And I might even bring it out just a little bit so you can see it. Now this piece, since it's dovetailed on both ends, I think I'm gonna just cut that off one end. So it's almost like this first round of workshops were kind of a test. And then the new ones this week, demonstrators are going to see the new ones that are coming out. I think maybe on Friday we'll know. But then they won't be available to any of us until January 7th. So I kind of have to decide where I want to put that. And maybe I'll put this far enough over here. And if I pop it up, I think it'll be fine on here with that green kind of differentiating. I don't know if I can say the word. All right, so let's put that down. What did I do with my it's like, oh, they're hiding. See them? They're hiding right there. All right, so I'm just gonna tack this down. So this is still gonna be like super simple for what I usually do. All right, so I've used up all my dots, so now I need, oops, there's one more right there. So but now I can go through and cut these if I want. If I need to use longer, if I need to use a longer strip, like I can pull this off and use the whole thing or cut it into little bitty pieces. So use every bit of your dimensional sheet. Don't let any go to waste. So I'm excited to see what the new scrapbook workshops are going to look like. I know there was a sneak peek of one. I didn't get a real good look at it in one of our demonstrator Facebook groups, but I've just kind of I've been too busy to go keep up with everything. So I'm going to let this go off the side a little bit too. Let me look. I'm going to do it about right there. And then we've got those presents here that we can put down here. I'm going to need and watch your fingers, don't cut your fingers that are hiding in the back. I'm going to put that right there, and I think the rest of this will stay up on. So it's kind of like it's sitting right there on that ledge or floor. And then this one, I might could go up a little bit higher. I'm just going to put it right up on the tree, kind of like that. So it's kind of like in front of the tree. Okay. Then I want to kind of decide if I want. I didn't end up doing any paper weaving. There's this. Just wondering if I want that in here anywhere because I've got the little holly berry. We could put, so I was looking to see if they didn't actually use those on here anywhere, it doesn't look like these. They didn't use the reindeer that I see, and they didn't use the holly berry. But I think what I can do, I think I'm going to leave. I haven't brought any deer in, so let me decide on that real quick. And maybe I just want to do, let me pop that off and see. Might be pretty right here. There's this family time, but I don't know that I want to do it. I might, like I said, I may just want to do more Mary Mary. So give me a second while I kind of look at my options here. Maybe the deer, maybe I need a deer like right over here. I think that's what I'll do. I'll put that one there. I'm gonna hold off on that one for a second. Maybe she'll be over on that page somewhere. Because I'm still, maybe I might just put joy in the middle of that. Because I might want a little bit more journaling, like some journaling going right here and maybe right down. Because I'm fixing to put the deer right down in here, I think. Just wondered if I wanted to tack it up under there like that. I think I'll just do that. I'm going to pop this up. I can use a little bit of this, but I'm going to have to cut it, I think. How's everyone doing? All these are a little bit individual, so I'm just going to do them right down the center here. And I'm going to do strip journaling is what I'm going to end up doing, I think. So I'll have some journaling right here and probably right down there. And I think I'm going to just put it right like that. And let me look at this joy. I got love this. Just put it like right there in the center. Think I'm gonna do that. So we'll just, now if I don't want this to be sticky, use some type of a powder This is what I've been using for my, I'll do it over top of this, embossing, but it will take the sticky off your stinky. Smells like baby powder. All right, then you can put this down. All right, let me see if I can get it lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down too. I'm going to do the same thing, make sure I can just use up all these other pieces probably. I'm going to pop it up. That'll work. There we go. So sheet's done. I can throw that away. I'm going to clean up my little mess over here real quick. And what embellishments did I say? I've got some of these. I have some. I might could do something with baker's twine. I'm already looking toward this just about being done. Yep, I'm just going to keep it simple with stickers, I think, today. But you still got to get the reindeer days bundle because it is so stinking cute, y'all. Reindeer fun. I'm going to play around. I'm going to try to squeeze in this week playing around making some treat boxes, some treat things. Kitchen Table Stamper. That's her name. I don't remember what her actual name is. She does the cutest treat boxes and things. So I printed off a couple of her PDFs so that I could use my products that way. All right, so I'm going to have journaling going in here, maybe down here a little bit. I'm going to use some of this holly berry. Let me set this up here real quick. Since we've got some holly berry here, let's put a couple of these. I have this really big one. Maybe decide where I want it. And I'm going to use all these too. There's that one. And then I might bring in, do you see how I just stick them on my, maybe Mary Mary. Let's see here. Okay, so these are all the colors that we have involved in here. And we'll see what, some here. I think I'm gonna do this one like right here. Maybe over here, so I'm not covering up the oh dear. So this can go, I'm just gonna barely tack that on right there because I need some dots. I'm not sure that I want to put anything down here because I might could leave room for some more journaling. I might could do like some little small journaling going around the page too. Got three. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna have to dig out. Let me see what I've got over here. I've got some leftover paper pumpkin kit dimensionals. I love that our kits, so many of our kits come with these little sheets of dimensionals. Sometimes they're the regular size dimensionals, sometimes they're the mini dimensionals. Like here's another sheet. Got to use that up. I think I used all the actual dots. All right, and then we'll do like this right. Let me see how I want it to look. I think like right there. Okay, Then I can, just gonna see what others, and then you also sometimes get, here's another little package of it. See them? You get glue dots. This is how the glue dots come. There's actually different sizes of them. These were in kits. This one, I'm just gonna use these. Okay, I'm gonna put them right there. And I think I got one too many. I'll need them for the other holly berry. Put that right there. I think I have one here and maybe one here. I'm gonna pop this one up anyways. Don't know if I'll need one under the berries, but probably because I don't really have anything. I got to figure out where I want it on there. I got to go back and look through my photos and kind of see, I do vaguely remember that we, all through from what, March till into 2021, we were quarantined and for various reasons, not, the whole entire time, but every time one of the kids we had four kids in school. So anytime one would get exposed, possibly, then, they were quarantined at home for, I have to go back and remember, I remember at first it was like 2 weeks and then it was down to 5 days and it was just crazy. So we spent a lot of time together being stuck in the house. All right, so this one I think I'm gonna kind of do, I don't know if I want it like this. I think I'll do it down maybe, right on the photo. Probably don't need this one on there then. Okay, by the time you get to this picture, you've seen the reindeer. All right, I'm just about ready to call it done, I think. I could keep going and going and adding stuff, but I don't know that I will. And I don't know if I want. Let me see how they did some of these. Did more of it over like over here. Like there was that. Might could pop that up right there just to add some more to that. So let's do that. Yeah, so I think at the time we had Emily 20 in December of, well, let's see, December of 20. She graduated in May of 20. So she came home for Christmas. Did she go off to college? I guess she did, but I think she did most of her online classes. It was all mostly online classes. All right, so let me see about, I don't really want to color up the scallops. Oops, I don't want it to stick to it either. I want it to be popped up. So I think I will put that there. And All right. I printed all these pictures out last night, and then this morning, I almost got the idea to print pictures from Jeff and I's weekend. You know, we're getting to the stage of almost being empty nesters. Kyle has a job. He actually has two jobs now. And so he's been gone a lot. And then Bevan was out of town this weekend. All right, let me look one more time. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of this, maybe. I was going to look real quick before I open that package. I have another somewhere, but I'm not sure what I did with it before I bust it open. I mean, I'll end up using it all, I guess, but I didn't find it. So it's hiding in something like my tote with, let me see, that I used last week. Let me check there real quick. If it's hiding in here somewhere that I can find it. I don't know. Unless one of the kittens got a hold of the packaging. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so I'm probably not going to use this one. I'm going to stick it back on my sticker sheet and I can use it on another page. So I don't think there's anything else really on here that I need to use. So I think I'm going to keep it like simple like that. I think it's kind of cute with all the color. But let's just do a couple of little places of baker's twine. I think that'll be fun. Make it, I hate it when it does that. There's probably right there. Let me see if I can get that back on there. Yeah, I probably already messed that up. All right, I'm gonna cut this long enough to do some like double bows, I think. Oh, excuse me. The red and white baker's twine is so cute. I'm gonna redo that. I want a longer tail. I have plenty to work with. Because there is something that I kind of like to do with my baker's twine. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So then I can take these ends. I like to tie knots in them to kind of keep them together and finish it off. Let me grab my fabric scissors that I got. I guess my titanium. Look at the pretty colors in it. I can just set those off nicely. And I'm careful to tie the knot until I kind of know where I want the knot to be. And then just clean off the ends a little bit. And then I'm not sure yet where I'm going to put all these. Or if I'm going to put a bunch. Because I don't think there's anything else I want to like wrap it around. I don't think. I think I'm just going to put a few bows. So maybe like 3. So do that one. See the mess I made on the end already? All right, and then I'm just going to stick that back into the bag. And then just do a couple more bows. Maybe go a little bit tinier. That can be the bigger one. Maybe do a tinier one. I'll do a tiny one up here and then a little bit bigger one right here. So let's do just like that. Okay. And then we'll add a couple of dots. And we'll be done. I'll just have to do my journaling, add that, and then I'll share the completely finished page on Instagram and Facebook. Stick that somewhere in there. And this one, I'll do this one a little bit smaller, I think. Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes it just doesn't work how your fingers don't work how you think they're going to work. This one, I may have to do that. I'm gonna have to do that one again. For some reason, it's really twisty. Let me separate this and see what. There we go. Maybe that'll help a little bit. All right, so this page is a little unusual for me because I used very little white. I like my white space, but I guess my white space are these white space, you know, where there's not a lot going on there. So it works for me. Just a second, these are a little tricky right there. So just a few little details kind of finishes off your pages. So it doesn't have to be super complicated. If you're just getting back into scrapbooking, if you haven't been for a long time, for whatever reason, or you've never scrapbooked, this is the best way to get into it is using these kits. Like I said, you could just follow the workshop as is, or you can deviate and just use the products however you wish. I'm going to put a glue dot on that and then decide where I want to put it for sure. Got my tweezers. I always like to just hold helps me kind of, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do it like right there. I'll do it right on the tip of that. That just adds a little extra to it. And then let's decide where this one's going to go. And then just remember when you're building your clusters, think of odd numbers. So I've got like, and I don't have any really big clusters, but I've kind of got the title coming down here, and then think odd numbers, but also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. And then I'm going to stick it right in there. Then also in like triangle formation or zigzag, you know, you can think your eyes going this way, just kind of helps your eye move across the page. And then let me see what do. Maybe go up a little bit higher with this one. so I'm not covering my eyes up, my face up so much with it maybe. And I'm going to add a couple of dots and it's done. I'm just going to tuck right down in there. Might even, there, that'll work. Dots. I'm kind of hoping I have another package. I may have used up one. I might have. I need to order some more of these. I don't think they're on the list. Okay, now I got to decide. I think I'm going to do the pecan because I only have one little deer, and that works. Oh dear. Well, deer implies singular or plural, I suppose, but all right, I'm going to do, there's two different sizes, just a couple around the title, maybe like right there. And then let's come down here. I think I'll leave that just as it is like that, but then we'll just do, oops, did I lose it or did I not get it off there? I don't know. I'm going to go up here and just adding a little bit of bling to your clusters helps the eye also look for or look around the page, I guess is what I wanted to say. All right, there we have it. I'm going, oops, I don't think I want it right there. I'm going to do it down this way. I'm going to call it done, except for my journaling. I'll come back and I'll do my journaling here pretty quick and then share the finished pages shortly thereafter. This was using so I stuck with just the products that were in the Reindeer Memories Scrapbooking Workshop. You get all the paper, you get the stickers, you get punch outs. Now you would need to grab some baker's twine and the pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive back dots or something else that you have on hand if you want to complete it just as is. Now, these products will be available. They're available on the last chance list. And with a $40 purchase, I'll provide you the PDF file. You'll have a link to this video to complete the pages, but in your PDF file, you will get measurements, a supply list, and then links to the videos. So I'll walk you step by step through it. And then with the $50 or more purchase, you can get the pre-cut papers and the PDF file. So if you do that $75 or more for free shipping, you can get a pre-cut kit for all this week's projects. So for this scrapbook page, along with the 8.5 by 11 on Wednesday, and our fun fold cards, and I might not do fun fold cards. I might do a treat basket or treat, some type of a treat box or something. So we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. So y'all, thanks for joining me. Hey, Joe, thank you for saying hello. Go back and watch the replay. Hello, Cynthia. I just looked up at the screen, so I'm just now seeing more comments come through. So I do appreciate your comments. Share with your friends. I'm trying to grow my YouTube and Facebook, of course, but I'm particularly focusing on my YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe to my newsletter too. That's where I periodically share free PDFs in there as well. And when you sign up, if you haven't yet, you'll receive a free PDF for some cards that I made. I think it was a fun fold card. I was trying to look the other day. Is it? No, it's not that one. I don't think I've sent out, I haven't sent out all my Christmas cards yet. I'm just looking. I think it's this one. You'll get a PDF file for this one, I believe, when you sign up for my email list. And if you're already on my email list and you don't have access to that PDF, I think I sent it in an email. So check your email because there's a link to it as well. So everybody that was on the list already got it. So, all right, I'm going to take off and get my journaling done. I'll share the finished page with you on Instagram and my Facebook page. Y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, I hope, or some of y'all, for Story and Sketch, where I'll create a 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page featuring all these same products. And we might use a stamp set on that day. We'll see. So take care. Thank you. Bye.